you played any gigs recently?
Um, did you know the Ruby Sessions
I've
in
heard of them.
Dublin?
What is it?
So it's
Oh yeah,
like
is that like a in what venue is it in?
Doyle's, like Doyle's Corner. So it's a pub, but it's like upstairs, like a 120 cap room.
Yeah,
Um, the tickets like set out for every event. It's like on a
yeah.
Tuesday.
Is it like a case where it's almost like they don't mind who's playing? It's just because it's Ruby Sessions, it just
Yeah,
sells
well,
out.
they don't announce the lineup, so
Oh,
it's
is that
like
what it does? That's
that's
what
the
it is.
whole
Yeah,
thing for an audience. You're like, oh, who's going to be playing? Like some like over Christmas, it's always the big ones like Lewis Capaldi or like Niall Horan or someone.
yeah.
Um, they actually had this duo who played last Tuesday who have like 1 million followers on Instagram. They're like Spanish or something. Um, but yeah, so I did that in March, which was good crack.
Yeah.
But yeah, now it's the second time I've done it. Actually, first time I ever did it was the first gig I ever had as Martello, which is
Mm.
cool.
Which your first gig is
First
Martello?
yeah, because I was like
Yeah.
writing music and playing before, but it was as Chris O'Shea, like it wasn't as
Yeah.
Martello.
When did that alias come about? What was the meaning behind it? Like,
Who
Uh,
is Martello?
It was Martello, yeah. I don't know because you wouldn't get them up here. Do you know the Martello Towers? I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
You were
literally,
saying that.
He
I
was
only
doing a
bit
just
of
talking
research,
about
yeah.
them.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No way.
I was doing a bit of digging,
Yeah, fair play.
and that
Good
was what
research.
came up first. Yeah, it was just the Martello Towers.
Yeah, that basically. Like I live beside one, which is like 5 minutes from my gaff. Real like scenic, but also like quiet. Like lot of tourists don't know about it. Like growing up, I would have like my music is quite like introspective. And like I use a lot of like sea references and stuff. So, yeah, kind of came from I guess my own alone time, like walking there and just like being with my thoughts.
It's also the Italian word for hammer.
Yeah, there you go. The amount of times I've played gigs and people have like been like, "Are you Italian?" Or so I played a gig in London last summer and some fella came up to me speaking Italian. I was like,
Sorry, bro.
yeah, I'm Irish. Yeah,
you do have a little bit of Italian.
but that's the thing
look,
as
though,
well, I guess.
well,
Yeah.
What made you get into music? Like when did you start? Yeah, like what is your musical background? Do you come from a family who played music, or
Yeah.
what's the origin story there?
On my mum's side, like my granddad and my mum can sing, would be kind of musical. My cousin is in a band called Really Good Time. If you ever heard them, doing pretty well in Dublin. They're in Ireland. Played a gig in Paris there, 2 weeks ago. But and then my dad's side, my dad doesn't like you never catch him singing, but I know that he has like a bit of melody to him. So yeah, like apart from that, like I don't know if you saw, but my whole background was like choir singing.
Okay, I didn't know
Saw
that.
that from quite a young age.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
like
you're
seven.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 until I was like 13, and then took like 2 years off, just like as you're growing up, like voice breaking and stuff. And then kind of went back to that and tried my hand at it for a few years, but just as I started to write music from like 16 on, I kind of started. That was like the cooler thing to do, so I kind of got more into that. But
Do you reckon that like helped you at all?
100%.
In what aspects?
I think it's so many ways that I still can't like put a finger on yet. Like harmony is such a big thing in my music, like, that I'm trying to lean into now, especially with this project that's coming up. So yeah, with kind of just I guess melodies, harmony, everything, kind of discipline as well. If I was playing a lot of sport at the same time, but if I didn't do that, like, it definitely wouldn't have been who I am now. Just I'm a lot more kind of reserved and I guess disciplined. But yeah, it's kind of a random experience to.
What
not
does
many
it
people
What
have
does it
that.
look like to be in a choir? Like you say, discipline. So it's obviously a lot of work involved in it. 'Cause
Yeah,
I wouldn't know like what's involved in doing it.
yeah. Well, so this choir, it's like, just to preface, like, it's one of the most prestigious choirs in probably in the world, but in Ireland at the time, definitely. Like, so there's 30 boys, and then there's like 20 like men or whatever. So it's like you'd rehearse Wednesday, Friday. You'd have a thing called Vespers, like rehearse and then Vespers, just like,
Was it a liturgical choir?
yeah. So like
Okay.
classical singing, but also touring as well. Like we toured every year, every 2 years. Like got to sing for Pope Benedict the 16th. Sang Carnegie Hall. Like did loads of stuff. But yeah, like it was so like the routine of it was like 3 times a week. The director, like she's just so scary. Like if you like sang at a tune or you came in too early or something, it's like she'd have the whip. So not really, but I
That's
was.
mad. So it was really like a sport,
Yeah, oh,
full on,
it's
like.
so like I wouldn't put my children through that, to be honest. And like my mum and dad, to be fair, didn't know what it was at the time. Like how it came about was when I was in senior infants. They go around like all the schools in Dublin, and like you do like like a hearing test, sort of, just to like see who has a good ear or not. And then from that, you get invited to do like to do an audition, and then from that, it's like they narrow like 30 boys down to 10. It's like 10 every year. Um, from there, yeah. So it's like it kind of just felt like my mom always says to me, she's like, it was never planned. It just kind of fell into it, and we're like, oh, just see where it goes,
Yeah.
and ended up 7 years. Like,
Do you think that had an impact on your sound now?
yeah, it's taken a long time to kind of like I've been writing for since I was 16, so 7 or 8 years. It's taken a long time to kind of like realize like what is my sound, I guess. I don't know if you've had the same thing, like your genre, like so much. I feel like social media and stuff now that you see so much different music and like Spotify, and it's like hard to pick a lane.
Do you think you need to?
No, I think it naturally, like if I was giving advice to anyone, I'd say like it naturally will come. Just you got to be patient with it. Because I was even like 3-4 years ago, I was like, I need to pick something and do it. But I think naturally it's come out this way. But to go back on like the music I'm making now, definitely like I'm kind of understanding that, like that whole harmony and kind of like ethereal sound that I'm going for is like 100% influenced by like big classical cathedrals and like that space that it creates.
There's lots of like dynamics in your music as well, I find. Like it's not necessarily, say, from my electronic background, it's like you can, build tension with lots of percussion and you're really kind of winding things up, whereas you've a way more open-ended sound and being able to kind of build dynamics without heavy kind of, drums or anything. It's very, very, it has more of a tug on the emotions, I think.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, like that's such a natural thing. Like I'd love to eventually transition and have like a big band and have like loads of things going on, or like definitely some more electronic bits. But yeah, it was kind of working for me. It's just like the lyrics and pulling on those emotions, I guess.
When did you stop being Chris O'Shea and start kind of becoming Martello?
Yeah, you mentioned like you went back to choir after a period, but then you didn't continue it, obviously. What was the reason for that?
It's weird. I find like with their, like I know people who would be singing in that choral space and they try and do like they might have an Instagram or something where they're singing like modern like covers or something. It just doesn't translate. Like that type of the way, like the technique of singing, I'd find just doesn't translate. Kind of as I was writing more and more and I was trying to hold on to that like choral space, I was just wasn't working together. So I felt like one had to give. Decided to go for this route, but yeah, we did.
When did you you said you started writing at like 16, and then I suppose what was that journey like from when you started writing, knew you wanted to go down that route kind of by yourself, to maybe when you released your first song or started playing gigs?
It took a while. I think like the first inspiration was like early Derm Kennedy. Like it was around that time. It was just like
banging.
So good. My cousin, who I mentioned, like his best mate was Dermot's drummer, Mihal. So he would have like put me onto like Dermot early and like Mihal and stuff. Just like so good. It's kind of then like transitioned from that into my cousin telling me about like Bon Iver and like the Forever album, like that his first album was just so good. Yeah. But
were you ever nervous about like putting yourself out there and actually starting to release songs and stuff, or even play
not
gigs?
really? Like I guess that's probably something from the those choir days as well. Like because I was like I didn't know any better. Like I was like 11, 12, 13, like singing in front of like crowds of people and just kind of you had no choice, you just had to do it. So it's kind of does come naturally, that part. Of course I guess it would still get nervous when playing or something, but yeah, I think you can kind of handle that.
That would prepare you for it though, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
For sure.
100%.
And then what were your kind of early gigging days like? You did like bar gigs and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like what was that first experience like actually playing live?
It's the thing, like I haven't I'd say I've been playing gigs like or my own music and gigs for like 3 or 4 years or something, but like it started out with I was in the Gael Talks. I was actually in Closh Lurgan.
The music one.
Yeah, shock. But a guy who's in my house there, his sister is like an artist or like making music, and she put on a gig in Whelan's upstairs 3 or 4 years ago. And like I'd never played a gig with my own music. Like it was so out of the blue, and she asked me to support. So kind of from there, like played that and did a few other sports shows, all in Dublin, and then yeah, like in between, like I lived in Spain for a year, like an Erasmus, and then came back. It was kind of didn't do too much, like 1 or 2 gigs. Then I did J1 in America, and my song "Boat in the Water." I started playing it to the lads basically. Like there was like 8 of us over there in Chicago, and kind of was like, oh, maybe this is actually a pretty good song. Like, cause like first time I played it, the lads were like on a night out would be singing the chorus back to me. I was like, geez, maybe I should actually like get around to releasing stuff.
So when you wrote that, did you like hesitant to release it? You didn't think it was good enough until you got like that feedback?
I don't know. Like, I mean, for years, like my mates had always been like, oh, when are you going to put that on Spotify or whatever? It was more just like I felt like I didn't have the contacts. Like none of my friends are musical or really like wouldn't be musical in that sense. I just feel like I didn't really have the people around me. Like I wouldn't have known how to. I was producing a bit on the side, but I wouldn't have been a good enough standard to release something online.
What did you feel you needed? Like that's interesting to hear. You didn't feel like you had people around you to release music. What do you need to release music? What did you feel like you needed at the time?
Just the quality of production. Like I would have been recording like demos or like just awful songs at home. But like I guess the people around me is in like even like a PR push or something, or and having gone through that now, like definitely probably didn't really need that. I feel like you can do a lot of the stuff on your own, especially starting off. But yeah, I mean, what we spoke about, like these things do happen naturally. So like looking back, it wouldn't have been the right time because I probably would have just deleted the songs on Spotify anyway. But yeah,
that's interesting. Your like experience with. So you're saying a PR push. So you went to someone to help you market the song. Was that for Boat on the Water?
Yeah.
And so it wasn't worth doing after all. What made you like go and get someone else to help you push it?
Yeah, I mean, I've only done 2 PR campaigns so far, like 2 singles. Boat in the Water probably was worth it because I was playing Ireland Music Week, showcasing at that, and that was kind of like that was just such a good time because Boat in the Water came out, I think the week before Ireland Music Week or the week after. So like that showcase festival, you're already getting out to so many different people in Ireland and abroad, and then you've also got this song that that like all your mates are telling you like, oh, this is the one, or like this is whatever, this is different. So that one went okay, but like the other one was just like not gonna name drop, but like like it was a grand, and what I got back was shocking. Like especially in the first one, I got so much off the first one, even in terms of like checking calls every week, like an update of like radio play, like who's played you, and then the second one was just nothing, radio silence the whole time.
There's so much of that though, isn't there?
Yeah,
false promises, like
shocking. Yeah, and like yeah, it's just shocking.
Was that one of your first songs you released?
Boat in the Water?
Yeah.
The third, yeah. I mean the 2 other ones that I released, Lesson Affection, The Healer, again, which were only like this time last year. Like they were written like 3 or 4 years ago. I just wanted to, for myself, I wanted to get those out there because like I love those songs and they have such a kind of special place from that time. But kind of Boat in the Water on is like really what I guess I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Martello.
Yeah. You were saying you wrote that over in the States, did you?
I wrote it. So I did a year in Spain, then like in like my third year college, and I came back fourth year college, and then went off to America. But it was the first song I wrote after a year in Spain, and like I had maybe written one song max in Spain, like hadn't done anything. I was I find that sometimes as well. It's like you can't really force it that much. It's like you haven't been writing for so long. Sometimes the best stuff can be it almost like builds up. But yeah, that was like the first song that I wrote, and I had that for like a year and a half.
It's an incredible song.
Cheers.
It's nuts. When I heard that, and I was like, "What the hell?" Like, I was like, honestly, God, I was like, "How is this lad?"
Thanks
like,
so much, man. Cheers.
Headline EP. Maybe we won't go that far, but but it was very good.
No, thanks.
But how did that song come together? And if you like, speak a bit about the songwriting process for it.
It's a mad feeling, like, or just it's mad. First of all, sorry, just that like people say that or people resonate with it. Yeah, like it was written from being in Spain. Like I was seeing someone over there, and then when I came back, like she lives in London. She is from London. And I hadn't written anything, and I was kind of just like, it was just one of these feelings like, oh, what could have been, or what if? It's just like wrote this song. Honestly, it came together pretty quickly. Like I just came up with the guitar kind of chords and melody, and just started humming over the top of it. And
because you had that big gap, it probably came to you quite fast. Probably a lot of inspiration building up.
Yeah, I remember when I came back, I was writing a lot of songs, kind of from Boat in the Water on like that. I came back in July, and like the whole summer I was like, okay, I've got like 2 months here to write loads of tunes before I go back to college. So that's the only one that kind of saw the light of day. But yeah, now it is mad though. It's just mad that like people resonate with it. Like as I said, it's like me, and I have a little like cabin in the back of my house, like a little shed. Just wrote that in my shed one day. Like mad that people singing it.
And Beacon is like kind of a similar sound, at least for me listening to it. How long after did that one come out?
That was about this time last year I wrote it, so it's like nearly a year and a half gap in between. Yeah, it's I'm kind of like where my music is. I don't know about you, but it's like, and this whole industry is such a marathon. Like you just have to keep going at it. Like I'm kind of like, if in like 5 or 6 years, if by then that I'm starting to do really well, that's fine. I know that I just have to keep going at it. But yeah, even a year and a half gap between Boat in the Water and Beacon, kind of really feel like that I've written something that I like. Yeah, kind of a good learning curve for the future, I guess. But
yeah. And do you have like people you work with now? You were saying at the start you didn't maybe know where to start, or you didn't have people around you. Do you have more of that support network now?
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of what I've been trying to do in the last year. Like, so my producer, funny enough, I met him when I was probably about 16. When I started writing, I met him through singing. Like we were both tenors together, like we had the same like vocal coach at the time. But he's now like full producer, has like loads of clients, and yeah, like to go back on, like when I was kind of in between doing choir stuff and write my own tunes, our vocal coach, she had like a 25-year reunion for like past pupils. So me and him, like we hadn't done it in years, so the two of us went, and like hadn't been in contact for like 5 years. And got chatting over a pint, and he was like, "Oh, I'm producing." I was like, "Oh, well, I've been writing for a while, and I'm looking to get a producer on board." So basically, since that, we've kind of released a load of tunes together. Just mad.
What ones did he work on with you?
Not Boat in the Water, but he worked on Beacon, and then this EP that's coming out, like basically every other song. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And he plays with me live as well, which is
really
nice. Yeah, good backing vocals and keys and stuff.
The EP, when did you start working on that? How many songs were in it when you planning to release it? And what's like the sound like? Is it similar to your previous tracks, or is it a bit different?
No, absolutely, yeah. Like not just because Boat in the Water has done well, but I always wanted to, like, I'd love to see where my journey goes in the future, but I've always wanted to release like a body of music that's just acoustic music and like just like pouring your heart out into a guitar. So that's the plan. Basically, have like 4 of the tracks done for it. Boat in the Water will be one, and then the 4 new ones.
Have you got any of them finished?
3 of them are done. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I actually haven't written the 5th song yet, but there might be actually only 4 tracks. But I want it to be 5. Yeah, no, but I just like always wanted to do that. Like so inspired by like the likes of Bon Iver or like James Vincent McMorrow and stuff that like real early kind of like I guess like early 2000s kind of sound that was coming out. So yeah, now it's coming along.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Have you
And,
got a time frame on the project?
What?
Have you a time frame in mind?
Kind of
When would you like to get it out?
October-ish. October-ish, yeah. But it keeps getting pushed back. I mean, I said September. I was saying September for a while.
Out of curiosity, like, so what are we now? April? Are we May? Coming up to May.
May, yeah.
Yeah.
So what makes it like October? Like, why is October the goal? If you have a lot of them finished now, is there a particular reason for that? Why you'd push out the release?
I feel like my music suits the kind of like autumnal
Okay.
season. It's weird. I don't know. I'm very like seasonal with my music. Like I feel like I couldn't really play some of the stuff I'm playing now in the summer. I just feel like it's real wintry or like you're in hibernation and I'll have a good cry or something.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, that's the kind of like it could be anywhere between like October or the start of 2027. Coming.
Did you like collaborate with any other artists on this EP? Or even your previous songs? Have you done it? Have you like released with anyone else?
No, not yet. I am writing with a lot of new people. A few people over in London, but this EP I just wanted to be like just all my stuff, not like ego, like just me, but like I just wanted to be like how I'm feeling and just like kind of my alone time putting into these songs. But yeah, I've been writing a lot more with people. I've got actually featured on a track that came out in November of Find My Way. I'd never done a songwriting camp and I would never have wanted to do, and it was never in the picture. But my producer Keen was like, "Oh, I did this songwriting camp a few years ago. I'm going to do it again. Like we should do it together." So I did that last summer with him, and then kind of like met loads of contacts through that and released a song in November with a girl called Edwina Van Kauk, they say it. Yeah, so since that, I've kind of been like pushed me to work with loads more people. As I said, people in London. Been down to Cork a few times working with people.
What does a songwriting camp look like?
It's weird. It's a lot of personalities in one place.
You just say, okay, we're gonna lock ourselves here for a few days, is it?
Well, it's like structured. So it's like ours is like a 3-day writing retreat down in Wicklow, and every day you get your like all your meals like done for you, like it's all included. And it's like 9:30 you work until I think it's 9 in the morning until 9 at night. You work on like a song. You've nothing for it. You're working with 2 other people you've never met, and it's like producer, like the artists and songwriters, how it works. So like you're kind of creating a song for that artist. But yeah, like I'd never written a song as well, like with anyone in my life, and got kind of like thrown into the deep end in this camp. And it's like 3 days. Every day you're working with new people, and you're going to come out with 3 new songs.
So is it Find My Way? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
And so that came out of that camp.
It actually didn't. It actually came out after. So it was on the 3rd day of the camp. I was writing with this girl Edwina and this producer from Sweden, and we wrote this track. It's actually coming out under her name next month. It's such a good song, like real like Olivia Dean type. But we stayed in contact and we were like, let's go over to Sweden and finish that song. So we went over to finish it. We had the last evening and we were like, let's write a song. Basically, like we spent a few hours, it just wasn't working. It was kind of the energy in the room was like, just like the weekend wasn't going as planned on the song that we were working on. So I was just like, let's do a challenge. Let's try and write a song in an hour and a half. Just make it fun. Like awful. It's awful, and no one can see it, and it'll be a bit of crack. But if it's good, like who knows? And we wrote "Find My Way" in an hour and a half, which was class.
It's class, isn't it, when a song comes together that
Oh,
quickly?
mad! Yeah,
It's so cool.
yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, so no, songwriting camp was.
Did that go well? Like, did you like hit the ground running there, or did you have,
No,
like,
jeez, no. I learned a lot from it. Like the first day, I was a songwriter, so I was kind of working with a Latvian artist and a producer from the Netherlands, and yeah, we came out with this like actually like really good song, but it's just like probably wouldn't be for me. Like it's suited him. Like that was a really good experience. I was like, oh, this is great. Middle of summer, like really upbeat song. I was like, nice. And the second day, it was like me as the artist, and I was working with two other people. And I actually, to be honest, like I was like nervous starting the day. I was just like, I don't know how this is gonna go. I've never really written, but I've never written with other people. Only once, like the day before. But I've never written for me. It actually didn't go great. It was a bit of a weird session. Like the one of the songwriters, um her uncle passed away during the session. Like she found out during a Facebook post. Like she's in the session and she's scrolling and just sees that her uncle passed away. Just
banner in the work?
oh yeah, yeah. So that was a good learning curve, though. Just like I guess it kind of need to be with the right people. Like,
Yeah.
such a big thing, and it definitely wasn't right in the room at that time.
Did it help kind of reconfirm how you like identify your own kind of sound, you know? As in like writing summary upbeat tunes and stuff, as in that's like it's not that you're not capable of it, but
Yeah,
did
yeah,
it help you reconfirm that you're a fall kind of guy?
yeah. I think so. I think so. Yeah. It is. I definitely think I can do both, which is probably one of the things I learned off that camp. Because again, the third day was like really upbeat and it was a great song. Probably the best like session I've ever been a part of. Just like sometimes I don't know, people say like about the magic in the room, but it really felt like that. Yeah, it definitely did reconfirm. It also confirmed as well that like it's okay, I can work with other people, but also it is cool to do my own thing at the same time, which is nice. Cool experience.
Yeah. What are you hoping to get out of like the EP? Like when you do release the EP,
Mhm.
is your plan to maybe like a tour or do more gigs there?
Yeah,
Any thoughts on that?
it's still so early on. Like to be honest, I would love to release like nearly 2 EPs and then an album. I'm still finding out so much about my sound and I guess who I am and like where I fit in the music industry. So I don't really want to rush it. Like I don't know. I just feel like it's so easy to be impulsive and just like act on emotion and be like, I don't know. I just want to take my time with it. Like that's kind of advice I've gotten from like industry people, especially from Ireland Music Week. Just chatting to people about like, just take your time.
Mm.
Yeah. No, who knows what'll happen off the back of it, really. If it doesn't do well, it doesn't do well. I'm kind of in the mindset of like those songs are kind of for me. Like that's like if things were to get bigger or something, I feel like that creative license kind of will be withheld a little bit. So this is like can just be as real as possible.
Yeah. In what sense have you seen that happen maybe to other artists where you get bigger, you sign with someone, and then your creativity is kind of taken away?
Like Dermot, I feel like is a brilliant example. Like his early stuff is so amazing, and as albums have gone on more and more,
Yeah.
and more people involved, it's kind of gone. I feel like it's gone away from maybe that's who he is now.
Do you think it's gone like more commercial, is it?
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
I would agree with that, definitely.
yeah, like such a like even with like labels are everyone's talking about like social media. Obviously, is such a big thing, but like everyone's just looking at numbers. That's all it is. Like I often think like imagine Spotify or something just didn't have like plays on it, or you didn't. It was just you don't know how many people have listened to it. Like I think I'd think about music so much differently, constantly in the back of my mind. Like,
Yeah, streams don't necessarily equate to like quality.
yeah,
Oh.
no, not at all. Even I saw a TikTok post recently. It was like talking about like fast fashion, fast music, as in like people are producing like say like 200 TikTok videos like a month or something. They've got like they're releasing 2 songs a month, but quality is like so nose diving. Yeah, so I kind of like don't really like, that's why I struggle with social media. Everyone does, but it's just like a conflict of interest. I don't know, I just can't do that. It just doesn't
So many artists are in
work.
that same boat.
Yeah,
Social media aspect just doesn't sit right
I'd
with
always do more. Like, I could
Yeah.
definitely be doing more, but yeah, it's just not easy.
You've said it a couple of times, so I think it's really important that you keep saying, you know, that you're releasing music for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very easy to get attached to, you know, trying to get some streams and trying to get some views and kind of getting, you know, feeling, you know, the second it becomes about that, you give it away.
Yeah,
It's not yours anymore. You know, when you're checking your stream counter, you're checking your views. It's
yeah,
not what the music was about in the first place.
absolutely.
And it's your own race. Like, there's no rush. You're not on a deadline to get things out, and it's all about the first few years, like having a couple of EPs and then an album. It's just building your portfolio.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
That's it. It's like people might hear one song they resonate with, and then they'll go dig in and find the rest.
yeah. It's kind of like I feel like, I just find nowadays it's like such a like, people are making the music on their audience, so they're already anticipating like what will my audience like, where it should be the other way around. It should be like a internal thing, and then if people like it, they like it. I feel like it's so performative in a way, how people are acting now on like social media and stuff. I don't know.
Hard to have the longevity too in it, isn't it? If you're trying to appease other
Yeah,
people, you're not going to
absolutely.
enjoy the craft. Like, you're going to fall out of love with it.
Yeah,
Maybe not for everyone, but
100%. Yeah. This time last year, I had like a 3-month stretch of like fully, like, I wasn't working like part-time jobs or anything. It was like fully music. Even that was like the pressures of that. Like, I was like starting to fall out of love of like writing music and yeah, making it a job and stuff. It's horrible, but not horrible, but like, I don't know. It's just, yeah, I was going into like writing, like going into my little cabin, being like, okay, got to write this much today, or I have to do that. It's like kind of like limits the creativity.
yeah. Do you try to write like a bit every week, or what's your kind of process there?
Yeah, I normally would. At the moment, I'm honestly just any free time I have, just trying to write as much as possible. Whatever that is, if it's like 2 lines, like a guitar melody or like a voice note or something creative. Just trying to make that like kind of creative bone or whatever.
Yeah.
Keep working.
Is that like if you don't kind of train that or keep it going, you might lose that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think
Harder to get back into it.
Ed Sheeran has like a thing. He said a thing before where he's like, it's like a dirty tap. You have to like let it run, and if you're not haven't written or anything for a while, you have to kind of let it run a bit and get all the dirty water out. Yeah, I definitely feel like that. Like, if I haven't, that contradicts exactly what I said with putting the water, because I wasn't writing for ages and then that came out. So who knows how these things happen sometimes.
Yeah. What would you say is like one of the hardest parts about being a musician?
I just think it's like the consistency between social media and getting to try and write every day. That's like my biggest thing. I think like laziness is like the enemy of consistency. So it's hard to. I find it hard sometimes to just keep going, like, kind of when I don't want to.
Where do you think authenticity comes into that though? Because not like forcing yourself to produce or, you know, drop content and all this, it doesn't necessarily mean the opposite of that is laziness. Like, if it's robbing you of your authenticity to post, you know, 150 million TikToks every week, it's like after a certain level, your heart's just not going to be in that at all.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's still something that I'm trying to figure out, like, every day. To be honest, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a journey. Like, I'm just trying to let this naturally unfold. I feel like I've gotten this far. I don't know. Still don't really know how I got here. So
the train.
Yeah, just about. But yeah, no, I don't know. Like,
and what helps you stay comfortable in the? I suppose there's so much unknowns in the, you know, without, say, the plan, you're just kind of seeing where this goes. What brings you peace in trusting that kind of process?
good people around me, maybe.
Mhm.
Good friends. Said like none of my friends would. A lot of my friends wouldn't really be into music, but they'd always be asking me like how it's going, or would be very supportive. Um, I find with some of the people from the music industry, like I've got some great music friends now, definitely in the last year or so. But like, there's also all the negative people who come with it at the same time. So try my best to navigate those relationships is such a big thing.
Mm.
What are them negative aspects that maybe you've identified, or you see other artists like fall into traps in terms of working with certain people?
Well, as you said, like those people who are like going to promise you everything, because I've
Yeah.
already had a few of those, and I've only been under the Martello name for like a year and a half, and it's like kind of yeah, like I've seen people fall into those traps and like have gone down horrible holes of debt, or like kind of like even probably like depression and stuff, just wasting years of their life, which is horrific.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I don't know.
Have you had like managers and like agents come to you and pitch you stuff? And
Yeah, I mean, even
Yeah.
like like so off the back of Ireland Music Week, like got a few things, like even like sync deals and stuff. So like from movies and TV series.
they're like pretty lucrative, right? Like they're
Yeah, yeah.
a lot of artists kind of go for them because in the early days because they actually pay, don't they?
Yeah, well, I feel like my music as well. Like I'd love to be a part of one of those. Obviously, they pay well, but I think my music would suit really well in like something.
Mm.
But yeah, no, like I got that. Like I just got one offer before, which is just like awful. Like basically, it was like if they got one of my songs into anything, like it could be even like a ad or something, they'd own like my whole back catalog forever.
That is mental.
It's crazy. Like
What the hell?
it's only when I put it into ChatGPT and they were like red flag,
Yeah,
red flag, red
yeah.
flag.
I love
Um,
doing that, ChatGPT. Like point out the red flags in this.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, it's just so honest.
Have you started using Claude yet?
I actually have only in the last like week or so. It's better.
Shouldn't have said that because I have to gatekeep it, but
It's good, isn't it?
outrageous. So good.
What would you use it for now?
Um,
Like, how do you see maybe AI being used in the music industry?
Jeez, yeah. I actually am not
Songwriting?
really using.
That's an interesting one,
It's a
actually.
grey area.
And what about even like, is it Sumo, the platform that will give you the AI songs?
It could
like
be. Yeah.
text to
I actually
speech?
haven't used that.
Yeah.
I haven't used that, but songwriting, like, so I'll use like Rhyme Zone. And if you know about Rhyme Zone, it's like just if you have like a sentence or something and you need a word, say you have like the vowel sound that fits, but you're like that word doesn't suit, or it's like cheesy. Like use Rhyme Zone for see alternatives, but yeah, I don't know. Like I would sometimes maybe use AI like ChatGPT or something if I'm like trying to develop an idea, like a theme or something, and I wanted to give me like some words or some like I'm not using it to write a song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Obviously.
think it's different if you're using it as a tool to improve
Yeah.
your own sound or your own music. But I read like some shocking numbers last week, and it was 44% of music that's uploaded daily now
saw
on
that as well.
Spotify is AI generated.
Yeah. It's
Nearly-
so
nearly
scary.
half.
44%, is it?
Nearly half of everything that's
Yeah.
being uploaded every day to Spotify. Yeah.
You remember
So
that
scary.
that song, the electronic music song there came out recently? Like Fred again was playing and everything, and it was like AI vocal, and it sounded like Georgia Smith,
No way.
and she like sued them, and it was literally like the biggest song, one of the biggest songs on Spotify for that week. It was huge, like big DJs were playing it, and then yeah, she complained about it, so they had to like take it off
Mm.
and then actually go and get a female vocalist to re-record it. But it was AI, like the vocal, and it was nuts.
I think even it might have been like February or something, but there was a song that went #1 in the country charts in America. And it's a full AI song. Like there was nothing about it that was real.
But I think that just shows like how much kind of music is like enveloped in consumerism.
Mm.
Because it's like that's a song completely generated off of algorithm, what people want to hear, what they want to see, or how they want to see
Yeah.
it, and like that's it. It's just like it is cheese. It's just pure cheese. There's a load of like AI musicians blowing up now in America that are like all like Irish. It's all Irish
Yeah, I saw
music,
that,
but
yeah.
based over there. It's crazy. So kind of to bring us back off that tangent, I think like it can definitely be used as an additional tool.
Mm.
But I think it's
But
important that it doesn't, step on the toes of your own like
yeah,
creativity or your own authenticity.
but it's nice now because like another reason why I'm like really leaning into this music is because I think people are starting to go back to that, like the
Hmm.
imperfections of music, because of AI is like so crispy and so
Mm.
clean. Um, yeah, which is kind of nice that I now fall in naturally. I'm in that bracket, but mad. Like even just to go back on that, but like I did a gig in London last summer, um, and that like company or that like brand that put on the event, like they put on events all over the world, put them in Dublin, everything. They put up an Instagram post highlighting their AI artist of the week.
That's
I'd like
mad.
never comment on anything,
AI
but I was
artist
like,
of the
this is
week.
such bullshit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
So they just got a prompting basically.
yeah, they deleted the post now within an hour because like so many comments on
They're
it.
trying to be different, but it just didn't work. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's so funny.
Doing anything not to support the little guy.
honestly, yeah.
How was your experience in London?
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, it's a small event, like
But you're saying you've
for
like
the writing.
did a bit of writing over there as well.
Yeah, no, it was good. It's just like seems to be so many more opportunities over there.
That's what everyone says, isn't it?
Yeah, like it's just so many. Like even for writing, it's always a writing session over there. Um, yeah, like even like management or labels and stuff. It's just seem like they promise you a lot more. Like
Mm,
at the moment, I'm fully independent. I have a lawyer. That's it.
mm.
Um, and I'm kind of even the advice I've been given is like I don't really want management or anything just because I don't need it yet. Like I don't have. It's not like there's loads of people calling up my phone being like, "Will you do this? Will you do that?" Like I can
Yeah.
manage it all. Um,
And do you think it can be done independently, even as you do grow and you're doing, let's say, tours and whatnot? Have you seen other artists do that successfully without a manager?
I think it's probably a lot more easy to do it like independently nowadays compared to the past. Like just with social media and stuff, like if you blow up on social media, like you could land yourself like loads of gigs. Like you could kind of get supports lots from that then yourself and do things. Um, like you see the position that a label has now. Like it's I feel like labels are kind of fading out a little bit. Um, yeah, I don't even know if that's like necessarily the road that I want to go down
Mm.
at the moment. Definitely not. But
Do you
it's
think
a
you don't
little,
get the benefit in general from working
yeah.
on a label?
I don't know. Like it's like I saw something recently. It's like some labels will use it as a cop out, as in like they'll try and like they try and push you on like social media or something. If it doesn't do well, they'll drop you. But it's like that's their management trying to push you. It doesn't mean like it's like say my effort doing it makes
Yeah,
sense. Um, I don't know. I just don't really see the value in it all.
yeah.
I find actually it all really confusing as well. The whole music industry of like even like publishers, like everything is like our distributing deal. Like I just
Yeah, I don't
trying
understand
to
it.
get my
Like,
head
there's a
around
lot to it.
it sometimes.
Yeah.
A lot of the platforms now are offering distribution within the actual platforms themselves,
Mm,
which is really handy, especially if you're trying to like focus on just self-releasing
yeah,
or trying to stay away from labels.
yeah,
Because yeah, it's the easiest time it's ever been to be an independent artist, but you definitely do need to have, confidence in your craft in order to, because it is a longer route. It's definitely a longer road,
mm,
but
yeah,
it is
absolutely.
very confusing. I don't think there isn't really anybody that's just like, you know, teaching the language of the music
Oh,
industry or, teaching you about contracts to avoid or to not
yeah,
avoid
no,
or,
not at all.
yeah.
And maybe like I'd have a few friends in BIM or something. Like my producer Kane, like he'd be really good at this stuff and like have a good eye for things. He's a good sounding board to ask questions, but um, I just haven't really a clue. Like, and I've been to from Ireland Music Week. Like, I went to loads of talks or like panels and listened to stuff.
How do you find them, the panels? Sometimes they can be hard to listen to, can't
Yeah,
they?
definitely. Yeah, especially I went to one last year and it was like all about like how to put on an Irish tour, and it's just sounded so hard,
So
like
hard.
so much harder than I thought.
Yeah.
Just like getting ticket sales and everything, like it's just seemed like so much hard work to be
Mm.
honest.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, that was an amazing experience. Like I didn't know what Ireland Music Week was. Like I applied for it this time last year, and didn't know what it was. Didn't know that like it's like I think last year 800 people applied, and down it's only 50 artists, and it's selected. There's like it's almost like a jury or like an interview process where you not an interview but like a process of going through like Irish like industry people and then also like internationally. So to get it was mad. Like first time I ever played with a full band. We only had 3 rehearsals and I hadn't played in a band since I was in Lurgan. Like so it was.
Yeah, I haven't. I actually don't know what the format looks like. What is it? Is it like a festival setup or?
Yeah, so it's a showcase festival. So it's like 4 days of basically talks, and then there's these 50 artists, and they play in venues like all across Dublin, and like, yeah, 30 minutes set showcasing to kind of international talent, and Irish talent. Basically, the whole thing is like this is like the biggest 50 kind of export ready acts who are ready to make the next step, because like those showcase festivals, I don't know if you heard of like the Great Escape, like Primavera Pro, Eurosonic, South by Southwest. They're kind of like the big showcase festivals, and this is kind of like the first tier of it.
Yeah, did anything come from it? Like you got to network with?
Yeah, just like it was like, to be honest, I didn't think anything had really come off the back of it. Like they hyped it up so much, and I was like, like nothing really came. A few things came, like a few contacts, like good contacts for the future. I think like I've got people now who I want to, like I actually had a label after that Ruby sessions, like 6 months later, reached out to me and was like, hey, let's have a chat. Want to see what you're up to. So I'm actually meeting her in London, which, I mean, it'll just be a chat or coffee, like, but for the future, who knows what could happen.
Yeah, 100%. With the what are the other like levers that you have nowadays to really get your music out there? Like the one that comes to mind is the Spotify playlist. I look at like Jamie McIntyre now, from Galway, and I always click on these like the Spotify curated playlists, like Kingfisher one, and like he's there, like all the songs are within that. How does that actually come about? Do you know much about it? Like how do you get your songs on that playlist?
Like the editorial playlist. Yeah. Well, you see, when you're so you upload it to your distributor. I use CD Baby, so I do it like 6 weeks out before release, and then it'll show up on your Spotify for Artist account like 2 weeks before you upload it. But before it gets uploaded, you have like this, like it's a week before the release. You have like a period to pitch it to editorial playlists. So you have like 200 words or something to like, it's a small pitch to like what the song is, maybe what it's about, like kind of the genre, stuff like that. And then your fingers crossed you get into an editorial, but those editorials are like, I'd love to see the percentages, but it's like probably less than 5% of songs. Maybe it's like 1% of songs get onto them. Our song Find My Way actually got onto Pop Fresh Finds, like Spotify, which had like 300,000 saves or something, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. And do you choose the playlist that you want to get onto?
No, they choose it for you.
Okay.
I actually like Kingfisher. I think it was their first song got onto an editorial, and the girl who like chose it, like it's literally like someone who works for Spotify. They just will like listen to a few of them, like, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Just throw it in.
'Cause I wasn't sure if it's all AI nowadays. It's like this playlist is this genre. Let's just use AI to search the internet.
But you wouldn't know. They probably wouldn't be saying that if they were.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of editorial playlists, and you would think there would need to be a lot of people behind the scenes actually working to do that. It probably will go to AI.
Yeah, scary thing. Like, I'd love to see like an AI like credential or something beside those songs to like let people know that they're AI.
Yeah,
some way.
I know the platforms need to do that. Spotify and Instagram. You know, Instagram nowadays it's like 50% AI. It's absolutely nuts, like, isn't it?
Oh, stuff.
Crazy.
Like how's anybody meant to keep up, like, as you're saying, like posting 3 to 5 times a week, something like that, when AI can just churn out like 10 videos a day or more, like.
Yeah, and you get spammed by your parents sending you AI videos that they think are real.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad does that actually.
Yeah.
Do you experience or struggle with like a writer's block?
Yeah, absolutely. How
do you kind of try and overcome it, or where do you go to feel inspired?
Yeah, that's actually hard, to be honest. Actually I read a book. It's a book called Notes on Creation. It's actually about performing arts, like circus artists. But it kind of gives like actually I have them on my notes, but it's all like things about writer's block or like kind of creative blocks and stuff. I think a big thing is probably getting out in nature or something like that. Martello Tower in Sutton where I live is like, yeah, it's like on the coastline. It's like really it's kind of like there's like a forest here, like kind of like a big like open plain area, and then it's like beside the sea. So like I'm trying to clear my head that way. Um, I do feel like when I've been like that in the past, I've tried to like write through it. Just tough, to be honest. Kind of just need to understand that you'll get there eventually. It'll come back around at some point, but it's hard. I don't know.
Yeah,
Would
sometimes
you find that yourself with writer's block, or
Yeah,
like,
I'm kind of in a very, very, very. I think for me, like living on the Iron Islands now, like I've found my sanctuary that just allows me to
yeah,
create all
so
the
yeah,
time. But I do agree, like when you're in a bit of a block, like trying to just write through the block sometimes doesn't really help.
yeah,
I think it's like, as you're saying, you just leave it off, and out of nowhere you get this. You need to scratch the itch then, and when you do go at it, then it's very, very free flowing. But I don't know. I feel like I'm just very fortunate now that I'm in kind of a very constant state of flow.
yeah,
But I definitely agree with you. I think it's because of where I am.
yeah,
You know, definitely the people you surround yourself with is huge. But like, I live in quite an isolated environment. So but I agree. The sea is huge for me. You know, the ocean. It's just
something about it.
it's an unforgiving force, and I think that it reminds me all the time that even though I'm bogged down in my little kind of writer's block depression hole, I'm like, you know, the tides keep turning,
Yeah,
waves
yeah.
keep going. You know, the world's still moving. You have to just keep going.
It can be it's such a difficult thing, like mentally, when you're in that state, because it's like it's nearly like a depression. Like it's like, oh, I can't write anymore. It's like nothing's working. This is like it's so awful. Like I find sometimes writing the music that I write, because it is so like deep in a way that it's like like I could nearly have like a hangover off writing the song, and I'm like a few days I'm just like a bit down or just like really introspective. I don't know. I don't know if people feel like that as well.
I get that. It makes sense though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you processing when you're writing those kind of songs?
Don't know, past kind of like relationships or past like stories that I've got. Like I feel like because I've done a few things now, like living in Spain or like living in America, like I do have like my notes or my voice notes are just full. So it's like not. I always have ideas there. Like I could always be working on something, which is at least nice. But yeah, like I feel like a lot of the things I have are in the past are still like unprocessed. Like still haven't deeped it yet. Yeah, no, it's an amazing thing. Like letting your soul out for a few minutes, for a few hours.
And you don't mind publicly being in that vulnerable place, yeah.
No, not
Very
really.
honest.
I actually, to be honest, I wrote a song when I was down in Cork. It's the first time ever I've come away from writing a song being like, I don't know if I could actually release this, because it's like pretty like some of my own things that I've been like hiding feelings about someone else. It's like, Jesus, like these are things that I probably can't feel like I can't say, I can't articulate, but I'd release it and just drop in a song. I don't know.
Is it coming out?
I don't know.
Maybe in a year and a half.
Yeah, it's like I could see it being like the first song after the CP, like first single, because it fits the whole kind of mood.
What are you excited about over the next few months? Obviously, you've got the EP coming out. Like, what can people look out for? Where can people find all your music and stuff like that?
Kind of Instagram is the one place that would be most social. This is Martello is the handle. Even though I've been very unsocial so far this year, but I will be. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to that release and working with other people, and kind of seeing where I am in my own head. Like just like outside of music, there's like so many changes this year, but like trying to finish up masters and just like closing a big educational chapter and kind of going into your mid-20s. It's like, okay, this is like a new chapter, I guess. So kind of seeing maybe how that influences the music, and kind of into next year, and like always gearing towards a debut album is like where I'm at in my head. So whether that's in 1 or 2 years, we'll see. But that's kind of the
I'm excited for the EP.
Cheers.
Yeah,
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah.